Oh, Ramon, how are you this
Oh, my
morning? I got my coffee, just like little Walt here with us.
God. Okay.
Hopefully, everyone is excited for this 5 game baseball card. I mean, we're just really hitting the numbers here this morning with you guys. It's going to be a long show, probably about 5 hours long or so to get through these. So we can really do the deep dives. Hope you guys are ready. Hope you cleared off your calendars for this one today. So, Ramon. How are you on this? Fine. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what Thursday. Is that right?
Well, I mean, it's a short baseball card, so it's got to be Thursday. But again, the thing about it's been interesting this season, right? Even the shorter cards have had a few games. Not like there were
I mean,
days
this
in
would have
past
only been four, I
seasons.
think, right? If
Yeah.
it wasn't for this
Well,
doubleheader.
that's right. The doubleheader saved us, so we get an extra game out of it. So there've been no, I don't think, any smaller card than this
Yeah.
on the days I didn't play. But in years past, there's been smaller cards. I think there's been or this season as well. I think, look, there's going to be a little bit of increased travel because of the fact that teams have to play every other team, so they're going to go into every city. So maybe that's why we've seen also the balance of the schedule a little bit and different days off and whatnot. But we got 5 games out of it. We got 2 WNBA games, so
Oh,
maybe
that's
we can make
true.
something of that. I mean, you had another. We had we had a rough day, but we did have some premium winners were pretty good. So look, we want to bring you as many winners as we can here on the show, but just to be sure, our best plays are over at Tony'sPicks.com, Mindy. And in the WNBA, the one game yesterday, you did have the over in Washington and
Well,
Minnesota.
I'm just going to say I did not expect almost 200 points out of these two teams.
Yeah.
That was pretty wild.
Well, they went off in the first half. I mean,
Yep.
it was 100, I want to say 109, 110 points at halftime. You couldn't kick me under the table there yesterday as I tried to say it would go under, but the same was true in the on the side. I had the premium winner with
Right.
Minnesota, and you had Washington, and they were not ready. The Lynx did a pretty good job. Obviously, we talked about Washington not a defensive team with their two good players out and the one superstar. So,
Yeah.
but we'll have 2 games to look at today. So, uh, welcome to the morning's team with the Midwest Premier Sports Handicapper Mindy Hahn. I'm Ramon Scott. 5 baseball games and 1 WNBA. 2 WNBA is what we'll preview here in the next moment. Say hello to everyone. We won't wait too long. We'll go over the website. We'll get the show started. Um, it's on you folks. If you're not here yet, we waited. We always take our time getting on the air. They tease us sometimes, Mindy, but really we're just waiting for everyone to show up. And I guess if we all got on the same clock, we'd all start at the same time. But that's not the way it works on the internet. But
Yeah,
let's
darn
say hello.
interwebs.
Yeah, well, uh, and in fact, today I got to be honest, I didn't quite get up at nor I the last World Women's World Cup game started at 3 a.m. and I did what it was had some interest in the games. Mindy, look, the results have been too predictable for me to put the women's World Cup games in the premium section. I mean, I've talked about all the stats here about all the unders and all the underdogs coming through, and it really continues to be the case. Now, we did just have some overs finally come through in the last couple of games. In fact, just moments ago, we just had a final. Well, it's been over about an hour now, but Nigeria upsetting Australia. I'll call it an upset. Australia is favored by a goal. Nigeria wins 3-2. They're winning 3-1, and then a late goal by Australia, and they almost tied it in extra times. But Nigeria upsets Australia
Wow.
at the Women's World Cup. 5 goals were scored in the game, Mindy, and both teams scored in that one. So that hasn't happened too often in this tournament. Earlier this morning, it was Portugal beating Vietnam. Gave that one in the Discord as well. I gave out 2 underdogs. I gave out Vietnam. I gave out Nigeria in the Discord. So maybe I'll pop the Discord up there a little bit. That's where I've been putting a lot of the Women's World Cup plays. It's just been too easy to take the underdogs and the over. Another underdog that I did take. Now, here's the situation for the United States.
Uh-oh.
They tied. Don't know if you watched that one last
No, I
night.
did not.
Oh, well, it was incredible. I mean, it was
A
I don't know.
doozy.
It was a dramatic game. It was a very dramatic game. United States and Netherlands end up with a draw. Netherlands led the game. United States got the equalizer, but now the pressure will be on the United States. They will need to tie or defeat Portugal in order to advance to the knockout stage in their next game. A loss is going to be doomsday. So, but win or tie pretty much is the scenario for the U.S. There might be something, but it'd have to be some wild goal differential and another upset in there somewhere to change things. Pretty much their fate is in their own hands for the U.S. to advance at the Women's World Cup. So, will be some games tonight. Maybe we'll cover them here on the show since we got a short show. We'll talk about it at the end. Say hello, Perky, here today. Blake, good morning to all. Got almost 4 dozen in here, so I think it's just about time to get started on our little 5-game card.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. And hello to Mike Allison here today. Thomas Lewis, Mike Worley. Hello to all. You guys are great to come to here today to the show. There it is. Look at Portugal. I did. I slept during and I didn't want to. I just needed, so I did sleep a little bit this morning when I've been watching these games. They're most of them are in the middle of the night, unfortunately.
Yeah, I just had to change your schedule around it there.
I can smash. What I've found as I've gotten older is I like the world championships in almost any, major sport, decent sport, like world championship competition. That's kind of my thing. So solo here, doubles here.
Talking about Otani.
Well, okay, Mindy, do you have any? Looks like
No way. I got nothing.
the Angels are saying publicly, we're not interested in trading Otani. He's off the trade block. Look, I guess, and maybe they could take their chances too. Maybe they can garner up the money to keep him. Who knows? But, you don't want to, again, be too. They're not going to get anything. I mean, if he ends up walking, right? So,
yeah.
Oh, there's little Walt with the coffee. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Bionic here. Gregory Davenport. Nice to see you. How you been? Where you been? All right. So maybe the Angels can, like I said, they're like the Padres. Look what happened yesterday. So you just go out flat. Season is toast. All right. Over at Tony'sPicks.com. So to be fair, Mindy, not a great day for Team Steam. No blame. You guys might have had a better day than we did. But Mindy, 6-3. Great job. You are on top of the handicapper leaderboards despite our subpar day yesterday for sure. Oh, Tiffany. I'm sorry.
Tiffany.
Oh, I hope Tiffany's not watching.
Chat with her.
I hope she's not watching there as I almost
she probably
chopped her off the top of the standings. 5-1, and you were 6-3. So great job by the two old ladies there to lead the website. Probably got heavily involved yesterday. Tim Irwin 3-1. Ben Ruhala. Oh, no big deal. Just another $1.50 dog.
Right.
Hollywood Sam 3-1. There's Tony T. He's on the dog. I will tell you, it was the Texas Rangers that made the difference for Tony T. He was liking the Rangers yesterday.
That was wild.
Yeah. And he also had another winner. Mindy, maybe you could comment on this game. He had the Cubs. That was our winner on the show.
There we go.
A game where I think they led, and then they trailed big, and then they still won by 3 runs.
Nathan, the Marlins had the over in that game in like the 5th inning. That was crazy. Yeah. Luis, how are you? He said he had the Marlins for his pick of the day.
Oh, great. We went with the Ray. Sandy was on, so I mean,
Yeah.
you just can't figure Sandy out.
No, not at all.
I did have a pick on the under, so maybe I was on Sandy a little bit, but again, it was the Marlins who put up all those runs and made the game go over. Nick Vartini there as well over the last week. Tony T mentioned he had been hot, and he's on top of the handicapper leaderboards. I'm second over the last week.
There you go.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, give it a try.
Ben Ruhala there, 19 and 22 for plus 456. Tiffany Mance, also a good week. And over the last 30 days, it's Tim Irwin plus 733, Joseph Schultz plus 730, Tony T plus 322, Ralph Raymond and Mindy are up there over the last 30 days at tonyspicks.com. All right, it's mostly a night card tonight, except for that game, one of the doubleheader, and one of the WNBA games is also early.
So, yeah, like 2:30 Central Time.
Yeah. Head on over to tonyspicks.com. Check out the premium pick packages from our crew, including Ben. He's got a 3-pack, Nick Vartini, 3-pack in baseball, Collins Brown, a 3-pack, and Daniel Wolosichuk, a 3-pack. Mindy and I are going to have our premium picks here right after the show. We're about to give you some free winners over here at the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. And we're going to go through this card. So, let me also show, let me see if there's any $15 discount best bets.
There's Tony T.
Yep. And the VIP account. So head on over to tonyspicks.com. Use that promo code Tony T at checkout. We don't mean to keep all the winners from you guys. Saw some in the Discord saying, what happened yesterday? All these crazy games. So,
yeah, they were. Quit talking about Ohtani, you guys, in the chat. Just knock it off. Blake says maybe they're trading him. He's sitting out game 2. Oh, stop.
Well, I mean, you'd think a doubleheader, you're going to sit out some of the stars anyway, but maybe they think they can, still pull it off. Maybe Ohtani, maybe there's a little bit of loyalty if they can just pay him the regular, whatever he's expected.
Yeah, right. I mean, it may be that way, huh?
I mean, he certainly, it's not like there's no angel, like, this fan base doesn't support him or anything. They do a decent job in Anaheim. They all love Ohtani, so. All right. We did see the Dodgers seem to be making the most moves early here, and I don't know what doubles is. We got is that a trade that really has gone down doubles? We're stuck here on the air, so I don't know. We could look into, but interesting if Giolito, because Dylan Cease going today against the Guardians, and you wonder if it was going to be his last start, but if they've traded are they trading all their pitching? So, okay. Let's get going, Mindy. I'm just reading a few comments. And, if he's pulled in the second, I'm sure he'll be probably sit the second game. But he's going to pitch the first game. We know that. And here it is.
Right.
Let's get ready.
All right.
We did switch up the pitching a little bit here, right, from yesterday's doubleheader, because we know that in yesterday's game it was supposed to be
Sandoval versus Lorenzen.
Right. Okay. So go ahead and tell us what we got here now, because I'm showing that the Angels were favored with Ohtani here, $1.40, and the total 8 under 15.
Again, we talked about a little bit with Lorenzen giving up some base runners, puts on 3 guys per game here, has a little bit of elevated ERA at home, 3.78. But I'm going to go ahead and go with the Angels. I think minus, what is it, 150, 145 isn't so bad for a guy like Ohtani on the mound. Plus, this Angels team, they've been averaging 5.22 runs of offense here as of late. So I think the Angels get this one here in in what am I going to say to start off the day, Ramon? Angels win.
All right, Mindy says take the Angels with Ohtani in game one of the doubleheader. Doubleheaders are kind of tough sometimes. You know that. I do like the Angels in this one as well now with Ohtani over Lorenzen. Lorenzen's done a nice job. $1.40 isn't totally comfortable. It's definitely $1.40. Let me update that there. I think we're looking at a little bit lower price right now on the Angels. Let's see what the chat wants to do. I'm not down on the. Well, let's just see what the chat says because
I know we're waiting for the chat here to, get some wins. We're ready. We're ready.
I look different in my photos. Well, I was going to use the little thing on the, to enhance my appearance on it here. I guess my photos look younger. No, it's like that old joke, right? Here's a picture of me when I was younger. That's the old Mitch Hedberg, my favorite comedian. You're all younger in all the pictures. The Tyrone's on Detroit.
I look younger in mine as well.
And yeah, well, that's too bad. I mean, there's no need. The Angels are done, so they really should. I mean, they really should. Maybe are they not done? You guys have hope for the Angels to get something done here? Because I don't know. It looks pretty dismal. It looks pretty. Why wouldn't you trade? But again, the other argument being if they could get him somehow to stay, because otherwise there's just no reason to me, Mindy, to hang on when you've got to try to get something. That's how the game is played. So, all right, we'll take the Angels. We need to have we need Ohtani. We need Ohtani to be strong for us. And it's got to be very disturbing for him as well, to be surrounded by all this speculation. But let's go ahead and take the Angels in this one. They've won 7 of their last 9, Mindy, so maybe there is hope.
Maybe there is.
Okay, I was just going to maybe find that. Yeah, Lucas Giolito. Lopez. Okay, so that was a late night deal. I didn't even see that, so I was too busy watching soccer. So they pick up Giolito and Reynaldo Lopez. Sorry, I'm not doubting you guys. In fact, that's how far back I am. So maybe that's why we didn't have a great day. JD, give me the under all day. Okay, let's take the Angels in game 1 and move on to game 2 here with now Sandoval going up against. Oh, this will be Matt Manning. Let me update that there. With Manning as the starter for the Tigers now. And I'm showing in this one the Angels just a slight favorite this time. Looks like $1.15. And the total here is 8.5.
Well, I mean, I do think the Angels are going to win the first one. So I think they're going to use that momentum and just slide right through this doubleheader, get the victory here again with Sandoval. He has been pitching better here as of late. He has that 4.16 overall ERA, but on the road right now, 3.55. Neither one of these two really allow the long ball. So it's kind of going to depend on, if they can limit their walks. I know this is, highly, insightful, saying if you limit your walks, you'll probably win. But Manning allows 5 base runners per 9 innings. So we just need to go ahead and keep those guys off the base paths here with Sandoval. So going to go ahead and take the Angels in game 2 as well.
Sandoval's gone under in 8 of his last 10 starts, which is, He's gone under an 8 of 10. The Angels have won 2 of those 10. So you can see what, not great run support. Now, over his last 4 starts, he does have a 5.24 ERA, but I'm going to look in that game, game 2 situation. I'm going to go under 8.5 here with Sandoval and Manning. I figure maybe some regulars will sit in game 2. It was suggested there.
Right.
So, Tucker Boy's here today. Tyrone. I don't even know if we're, JD, I think, it is confusing, right? But I think the fact that we've seen them pitching the way it is now, the fact that the matchup is different from yesterday, I think that these managers have declared that this will be the pecking order of the starters today, because we are seeing different pitchers than we did yesterday with that same matchup that Mindy mentioned with Lorenzen and Sandoval. So, but again, I think here, in this situation, you're always going to want Ohtani, right, at $1.40. So you should specify Ohtani, right? Because if you end up with the other pitcher and you're taking action, you're going to be laying $1.40 and end up with Sandoval, who's $1.15 pitcher probably against either opponent in this situation. I think the Tigers' opponent is inconsequential Tigers as an opponent, inconsequential to the line for the most part, except when Ohtani's pitching in this situation. So again, what I always do is I like to pick my pitcher, because 90 to 95% of the time, any pitching change is going to be a downgrade. You rarely have an upgrade in starting pitching. So when I'm specifying a good pitcher, I specify my starter. If it's a guy that sometimes gets an opener, or he's a mediocre pitcher, a journeyman pitcher maybe, or a spot starter, then sometimes I just want action. So I think you always want to specify your pitchers when it's a top-notch A or B level pitcher. Solo on the under. I hope I'm getting these right, Mindy. This one's just kind of this game. I know there were 2 games, so I hope I don't have any of them wrong. That's all I'm saying.
No. I mean, I like Sandoval versus Lorenzen. So I mean, again, I feel like I really like Ohtani versus Lorenzen. So I mean, for me, either way, I was probably going to be good with it. But yes, I understand what you're talking about notating your pitching, your starting.
And we'll just mention, Ohtani has been fighting through a finger injury, a nail, a problem with his nail in the pitch, that has caused him to be removed from some games. It doesn't seem to affect his pitching until it becomes uncomfortable, and then he's just come out of the game. So there must be something to that. All right, Mindy on the Angels in game 2. I'm on the under. Okay, now let's go with the Nationals and the Mets here. Well, the Mets pretty good. Wish they could play. They probably wish they could play the Yankees some more. Here are the Mets as a 190 favorite. The total is 9 with Gray and Senga.
Yeah, they've been kind of, I think they beat them at home and away so far, Ramon. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Nationals here on the run line. I'll take the 1.5 runs here, sitting at about minus 120 or so. I do have Senga winning this one. I have a 4-3, victory here in this one. I just don't have him winning by 2 on that run line. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and go with the Nationals here. Hope that bullpen holds up for the Nats as we get in those later innings. So going Nationals run line.
Okay. Yeah, Gray's been talked about as doing a, pretty good job this season, but he started to struggle of late, a 5.29 ERA in his last 3 starts. Senga has a 2.82 ERA in his last 4 starts. Senga has gone under in 12 of his last 14 starts. Gray's gone under in 8 of his 12 road starts. The Mets have gone under in 17 of their last 28 games with 3 pushes. I'm going to be going under in this one with the Nationals and the Mets here.
I think I agreed with you when I gave up my score. Darn it. Premium.
Okay. Well, no big deal. We do want to give out some winners here on the show. Let's maybe we could just put it that way. Whether it be both of us, I'm not gonna go 5-game card. I'm not gonna Mindy. I always humbly talk about when you often win the challenges. I was 2-0 on the challenges yesterday against Mindy. So
Ramon.
for one day I won. Yeah, for one day I won. The challenge. But look, Mindy had Reds Brewers under for a premium, Guardians run line premium, Blue Jays Dodgers under for a premium. She had Atlanta and Boston under for a premium, and she also had the Cubs White Sox over for a premium. So good day. I better say that after I just teased you a little bit. All right. Let's see if the chat's got some action here with the Nationals and the Mets. I think we're already kind of committed here to it. And solo on the Nats. Thomas Lewis says, give him the run line. Luis says, how about Washington money line? Mike Allison says, Mets money line. Frankie on Washington. Sharad's here today. Great to have you guys are the true fans.
That's right. Here. Coming in on this little card.
And Charles says under. Peasy's here today. And Charles, great to see you. Okay, Mindy on the Washington run line. And I'm on the Nationals and Mets under. All right, next up. Scott, nice to have Scott coming in from the network. Mindy, we're going to preview the 2 WNBA games today. And, well, that's what that's what you guys are here for, right? We love
we'll get to that WNBA, the 2 games here soon. Since we only got 2 more baseball games to go through.
Cubs and Cardinals, a great rivalry. We're having some Cubs talk today. Certainly with their potential to trade some guys too. Justin Steele here at the Cardinals. Mikolas is now favored. I can just pretty much I can almost just switch the odds. I can cut and paste these because the Cardinals are now like $1 for when I typed it in. The Cubs were $1.15. Now the Cardinals are $1.15. I will say though that the total here has also shifted to the over. 9 over 25. It's going up pretty succinctly, I guess. It's going up pretty stiffly.
Stiffly.
Can I say that?
I think you can. Well, I am happy about this, line movement because give me the Cubs and plus money today. I think Justin Steele here is by far the superior pitcher over Mikolas. He shows that with that 2.93 ERA on the road. Mikolas 4.95 there at home, gives up a 383 slugging percentage versus this Cubs team there as well. And last time out when Mikolas went up against the Cubs, he gave up like 2 homers and 11 hits. It was a wild one. But yeah, give me the Cubs today, and I'll take them with a little bit of plus money.
All right. Well, Cubs are hot. They've won 7 of 8, so I think that's why we're seeing our Chicago base in there. Let's not trade guys. But right now, still a game under 500. Hey, at least you're ahead of the Cardinals. Mindy gonna be here.
Half a game or something?
Yeah.
Or 1.5 games? I don't know, something like that.
Man, this move to the over has caught my attention here. I don't know. I don't know. It was steamed. There hasn't been a lot of widely reported steam today, and this was one of them. So Boy, I kind of liked the over, and now I'm kind of scared of the over. Mikolas has gone over in 5 of his last 6 starts. The Cardinals have gone over in 9 of their last 13 games, but it's the Cubs. They've gone over in 16 of their last 20 games. Now, Steele has been going under. This is not the famous black cat from the Mets game against I think it was against the Cubs, a famous game. Anyways, Steele here, 3.53 in his last 6 starts, 4-1 record. That's a little bit higher actually than his season numbers. So I don't know. Cubs are looking good. Cardinals remember they were starting to play well. Now they've lost 4 of 6, and Mikolas, the Cardinals have lost 8 of his last 10 starts.
Diamondbacks would have taken it to him.
Yeah, I don't know if I can. I'm not going to be on you. I'm going to let you have it with the Cubs. You can take all the credit. I'll just take the over here. I'm worried a little bit about the 9. It was 8.5. I was going premium at 8.5. I'm just going to give it out here now as a free play at 9 over 25. It wasn't even 8.5. It wasn't even 8.5 this morning, but there were. Oh boy, look at this! I'm seeing some 9.5s now.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, all right. I'll give it over at 9.5. Doesn't feel too great, but I think there's a better chance of being runs scored than not. Here comes our picks in this one. It's going to be Frankie Diamond on the Cubs over to lead us off. Thomas says go over. Double saying go over. All right, I'll go over. Solo says go over. Scott says he likes the WNBA player props.
Oh, cool.
Ron on the over. All right, you guys are all on
give us those props. I don't do too much of the props, so I always like to hear what you guys have to say about it. Now I have a cat hair on my lip.
Talking about that humidity. The one thing about the Vegas, I will say, it is a dry heat. It's not, even when it's 111 or whatever it was, it wasn't, well, it was pretty miserable, but still it wasn't. Charles on the Cubs with you. It looks like Cubs and over all the way. I don't know if I'm going to be on the Cubs. I don't know if I'm going to be on the Cardinals as a premium or what. 5 games. I got to pick something. I'll find some picks, but maybe it'll be in the W.
So I got 83% humidity. So what is humidity like there in Mississippi? Is it close? I mean, it's always humid here in the Midwest as well, or at least where I live. Yeah, I have not officially been to Mississippi. My dad lived there when he was in the service.
Oh, we know there's great gambling. Okay, one more here in the major leagues, Mindy. And the Guardians and the White Sox, Dylan Cease, there he is on that board there. Starting today, like I said, I don't know. Is Dylan Cease going to be dealt by the White Sox as well? I thought his name was being talked about on the trade block. Here you have the Guardians and Bybee and the White Sox and Cease. I'm showing right now Cease about $1.15, 8.5 under 25, just like it says there.
All right. Well, the Guardians had, a good time versus the Royals. I'm going to stick with them here today. I like Bybee. I think he's a good young guy, right? We talk about him frequently. Just went ahead and had a real nice outing versus the Phillies, 1.14 ERA there. I kind of feel like this White Sox battery is a little bit inconsistent. I'm going to go with Bybee today and the Guardians.
All right, Mindy says, go ahead, take Tanner Bybee on the road here against the White Sox. Look, White Sox are 20 games under 500 or so. At least the Guardians are 500. And Guardians have won 6 of their last 9. White Sox have lost 14 of 19, but yet the White Sox are the ones favored here. So I'm a little intimidated by the market maybe in this one, Mindy. Looks like a pretty great price on the Guardians, but I'm not sure I can do this one. I'm going to take the under here, 8.5 under at -125. I imagine there's probably already some 8 overs out there as well. No, not too many, but I like it under here in this one. Cease has gone under in 8 of his last 13 starts. Bybee's gone under in 4 of his last 5 starts. Bybee, you mentioned his strong numbers. I'm showing him right now a 2.08 ERA in his last 6 starts with a 4-0 record. So Mindy's telling me right to my face, take the Guardians. She'll take them. I'll take the under. Maybe we can get you a couple of winners here. We owe you guys some winners.
That's right.
You guys owe us nothing except maybe smashing the like button. Thank you if you do. Sebastian Sanders is here today. Good to see Sebastian. And Frankie Diamond on Cleveland. Thomas Lewis money line here with the Guardians. Luis is on the White Sox. Fernando leans under. Sebastian's a little behind us, but hello when you get there. Christopher Williams here today is ready for those WNBA picks.
Maybe.
Yep. No, we're on it. We're on it. You don't have to go to any. Go the opposite. Are you?
Yeah, he wants to fade us.
That does not. If I don't know if I was to, you have a better chance of fading the baseball after what happened yesterday. Our WNBA. Look, the records. Maybe check our premiums also. Everything we're doing in the WNBA. I don't want to jinx it because there's 2 games and we need to get them right today. But we've been pretty solid. Look, you guys are awesome in the chat. It's just as much a community. You guys chatting with each other as well as seeing us with the games. But feels like, Mindy, a lot of people, maybe our WNBA has helped us get a little bit extra viewership as we've been building our show because of
that's
how strong it's been. So
exactly.
or maybe it's just overall, a lot of I'm seeing a lot of handicappers having a little frustration with the WNBA, but I don't know. We seem to be on it pretty well. All right, a few more picks here, I think, with the Guardians. Anyways, Mindy's on the Guardians. You guys are all over the Guardians. I don't see anybody. Well, I don't think anybody was on the. Oh, Solo was on the White Sox. I just skipped it because Solo had their Aaliyah Boston prop in there. Yeah, Ron is at under first 5. So, but only fair. Yesterday, if Christopher was talking about what we did on the show, we definitely were wrong on the show.
That is true. I guess we were wrong on the show.
Maybe he was here yesterday. He's like, "What?"
I forgot about that. We had our other picks spot on.
Right. We faded each other, Mindy, on the show.
Yeah.
A premium, right? You went under. But I went over for a premium, or no? I
hit the over.
Okay. So we got it.
I hit the over, and you hit the links. There you go.
Yeah, we had it completely wrong on the show, but then we decided to. We were obviously on the other side, and that's why we ended up with winners. And again, that's how we do the show. We don't go over it and say, "Hey, let's not do that because I'm going to take this later." Sometimes it just. Don't tell and say, "Hey, I'm going to, no offense, I'm going against Mindy or I'm going against Ramon." All right, let's get over to it. We got to end there. We can end this show in the next 10 minutes. Get out of here in an hour's time. Thank you. Thurman's got a parlay here. So let's kind of use that. We're going to start off with the other game, but because it's a day game. And in this one, hold on, Mindy. Fever and the Sparks. There we go. Just want to update the right line here before we get started. Okay. Fever and the Sparks, 1 of 2 games here today. Sparks are favored -3, and the total here is 162.
I believe we just watched this one. What this is
We
it this week?
did.
Yeah, there we go. Right. And in that one there, Aaliyah Boston got into foul trouble like really early on. She had to sit out a couple of different times in the game. She also had probably one of her worst shooting performances there. I think she only had 9 points going into the third quarter, or or maybe even going into the fourth quarter. So it took her a while to get going. And I don't think that's going to be the case here again today. I'm going to take the Fever plus 3.5. I mean, I kind of feel like maybe the Sparks showed some signs of life. But again, I kind of feel like it was more of Boston having one of her worst games in a while. So if the Fever covered last time with Boston not having a great game, we're going to take the Fever here again and hope Boston picks up our game here today.
Disappointing, really, what's happened to the Sparks. I'm sure the Sparks had better aspirations than this at this point. They are sitting there with a poor record. We know the Fever also haven't been, overwhelming, but again, two very subpar teams here going in this one. LA, I mean, they're 35% winning percentage pretty much, and the Fever is even worse than that. They're 30% or a little bit lower. So, but for all the losing the Fever has been doing of late, they cover the spread for some reason. They've lost 10 of 11. They've covered 4 out of their last 5. So, granted, the road's been a little bit tougher for them, but LA's failed against the spread in 5 straight games. I think Indiana could win this game, actually. I'd be interested in them possibly to win this one, even though they're not winning any games right now. Just really disappointed in the Sparks. They've lost 8 of 9 games. I will say they have owned the Fever in the series, but you mentioned what happened in the first game here in LA. I'm going to take the Fever with Mindy. I think we're only going to be able to get 3 points out of this. It was 3.5 for sure. So let's take the Fever, though, and let's see if the chat has comments about the game at all. It doesn't look like it.
No opinions.
No.
It's all right. We're here to give you some data, and then you guys take that data and compare it to your notes and your models, and get some wins. Because it's one of those, like, look, Solo talking about he had a great day yesterday when we didn't have the best day. So it's one of those things that we're all out here trying to gain consensus. So that's why it's so fun to do this job and to, be a professional handicapper. It's a good time.
Yeah. Pretty great for sure. LA's gone under in 6 of their last 9 at home, but Indiana's gone over in 12 of 18 road games. Total looks a little high. I don't know. But let's take Indiana, though, here. Thomas was already on them. So there's our WNBA game from Thomas. Not many people are on this one. Look, not a great game, but it's an afternoon game. All right, one more Dream and Liberty. Liberty are favored by 9. The total 173.5.
All right. Who said that they wanted to Dream? Thurman. I'm with Thurman here today. I like his pick. I'm going to take the Dream here. They are 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 road games, so they do play well on the road. Now I know that the Liberty, they're kind of capable of blowing teams out. It's just one of those, we talk about it, like they always have a little bit of a hard time closing teams out. I mean, look at what the Storm did to them there on Tuesday. They were able to really keep up, and the Storm's nothing to write home about. I think the Dream is a little bit better. Their record shows it right down there. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the Dream plus 9.
Yeah, Dream's been just as hot. I mean, look, Liberty has a strong record. They're the ones with the better record, but Atlanta's been very, very hot. They've won 8 of 10. They're playing very, very well. Now, the Liberty has won 7 of 8. So both these teams pretty strong right now. Atlanta's covered 7 of their last 10, including what was that last? Maybe that was. Well, I'm trying to remember the other night.
Was it Dream and Mystics?
Yeah, of course it was. Yeah, of course it was. So a lot of points here, Mindy. I know we've been with the Dream quite a bit. I do expect the Liberty to become more comfortable in this game. Um, Look, the Dream's been awesome, no doubt about it. But still, the Liberty front court. I mean, they're really against the players that Atlanta needs to have strong games. Now with Howard and Coffee, they could still have good games. But when you're up there against Stewart, against Laney, I really think it becomes a little bit of an issue here. So I think it could come just too close to the number for me necessarily to feel comfortable here in this one. So I'm gonna probably be. I'm gonna take a challenge here actually in this one.
All right, challenge.
9-point challenge.
Ramon. All right.
9-point challenge in this one, just to have one.
All right, let's do it. It'll be fun.
Yeah. All right, that's going to do it. Thanks, everybody. I'm glad to get to 100 folks. We just spent 45 minutes with you today. Mindy, well, we got 2 plays.
Yeah, Angels game 1.
Yeah.
And it would be the Fever.
Maybe we'll get some opinion on this Dream game. Thomas is on it. Solo's got prop here in this one. So let's see. Talking about those Sparks injuries. Who was it? Oh, did someone? Scott. It's great to have Scott. I don't know if we've even had Scott here.
I'm not sure.
Huh?
Yeah. I'm not sure if Scott has been on chatting here before or not. We get lots of Scotts. That's the only thing, right? Scott Ellis.
Coming over from the other. And so Shanae's still out. Lexi still out. But these are, I think expected. So it's all built into the line. And maybe that'll help our Fever a little bit. I think Wheeler can have a big game for the Fever. She'd be my prop there, I think. My over prop,
Right.
All right, let's say there are our 2 plays. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow with a full baseball card. We're back with, full baseball. Get ready for the weekend. We'll find some other stuff to talk about, too, maybe. I saw that we're Colorado heading back to the Big 12. We all have second thoughts in life. We all have regrets, right, Mindy?
Right, of course.
Colorado, they can go back in. The Pac-12 is in big trouble. It looks like now. So
maybe Nebraska will go back to the Big 12. Who knows?
Maybe they, Well, I think it's a little bit different. I think the Big Ten, a little bit of a different situation than what the Pac-12 is up to. So, all right, 1 game in the CFL. No play for me yet. I may have one later, and it may end up being in the Discord. Here's the Ottawa Red Blacks. They are going to be. Boy, I feel like I need to give out a play here in a little bit because we've been kind of on the show not too many play. Red Blacks are at home against the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Red Blacks are -3.5 here in this one. All right, I'm going to give out Ottawa here on the show. I think there'll be some points scored, but 48.5. We'll see. But Hamilton has had so many issues at quarterback. Ottawa has as well. The whole league in general. If this were to happen to the NFL, imagine half the teams have lost their starting quarterback this season. Might even be more than half the teams this season. So that's the 1 game in the CFL. What is the pick, Thomas? What pick is it?
Is he standing and applauding all at the same time? The Red Black.
Is it the Discord? Is it the thumbnail pick maybe? Or I don't know which pick Thomas is talking about, where I look probably better. That was what I'm thinking. I probably look better. So, okay, Scott, great to have you. Glad you're interested in the WNBA. We're one of the few shows that previews every game,
Right.
well, at least every day that we're on. We treat the WNBA here on here. So,
Yeah,
Nathan,
and give us those props, Scott. That's what we're looking for.
yeah. Thomas said he likes the over in this one with the third string quarterbacks. And I do like both offenses today. I just thought with third string quarterbacks and the total being high is what kind of my concerns were with the total. So, all right. I'm just going to pop these up as well. No picks here, but I'll get you in the Discord. I mean, I've really had a lot of winners in this tournament. South Africa and Argentina. This one is at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific today. And Argentina a favorite here by a half a goal. The total 220. Nice game coming to us tomorrow, or late night, if you will, tonight. Just probably in 15 hours, I want to say, or so, maybe 16 hours. Denmark and England. England is a 1-goal favorite. The total's 2.5 under, favored minus 150. And the early morning, middle of the night game for me, probably, I think I can miss this one, Mindy. Haiti and China. Got to sleep in, prepare for the show.
Okay.
China favored by 3/4 of a goal. The total 2.5 under 25. All right, it's going to do it for the morning steam. Make sure you head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. Check out our premium picks. Mindy and I'm sure we have a few. Look, 5 games. Mindy and I didn't agree on many games, but I think you guys, I know Mindy can see right through the, fact that we couldn't get on that. So some of our games, I needed to save 1 or 2 maybe for some
To have
premium.
some personal plays.
Yeah, because they're kind of at a premium today, if you will. Over at Tony'sPicks.com, our premium picks. Over there, Mindy and I are going to get on these right away. But check out our premium picks over there and use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20%. Click on the All Cappers tab. Find the handicapper of your choice. Click on their handicapper profile page and get signed up. There, Mindy and I right together. Just click on Mindy's profile page, and then you can get her package right here. For example, their 3-day for $99. There's her 7-day for $179. She's put up the numbers consistently right now, so a great value there. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. All right, you guys, enough rambling from me. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Thank everyone for joining us on a short show. Alan Spatella, nice to see you. It was great to see Nathan Cerna in here as well. Maybe I could get out to play a little poker today. Could be a lighter day here.
That's right. You can, yeah.
We'll see. I don't know.
All right.
I stayed up all night watching women's soccer. All right. All right, everyone. Thanks a lot. Great job. Great show. Catch you tomorrow with more Morning Steam. For Mindy Hahne, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.